Good morning, 8th grade mathematicians. How are we doing today? Good. Okay, I need more energy. I need 5s for you're having a pretty darn good day. 1s or 2s. All right, I like the 5s. 1s or 2s if it could improve. All right, looks good. Who's having just the perfect morning? Everything has gone perfectly.
Do you want to know why? Because my check engine light came on my car the other day and it went off today.
Well, my morning is going pretty good too. If I were to compare it to, let's say, the morning before I was to leave for Spain, that would have been the first time I had ever rode a plane by myself, and I really had no clue I had no direction. Do I check my bags first, or do I scan passports? Do you show them your ticket? I had no clue. And then imagine landing in a country where you kind of know the language, but I mean, am I going to be able to read the signs? Where do I go to catch my bus? I'm a yellow, so that's a day I definitely would have used an advanced organizer. It would have given me direction. I would have been able to expect sort of what's about to happen. Actually, I could use an advanced organizer daily. But does anyone have an example like the one I just talked about? Would anyone like to share? It doesn't have to be to that extreme, maybe in a classroom. Yeah.
I have an example. I flew to Italy, through Germany to Italy. I don't speak either languages, and I flew by myself for the first time like you. Mm-hmm. And I could have used an organizer, or at least an idea of what I was supposed to do.
Yep. You could have known the steps to take, or, if you didn't know certain terminology. Yes.
One of my classes that I started out in called Block, the teachers were just throwing everything at us, and I was just so confused, and I probably really could use an advanced organizer.
Right?
When I first transferred to Eau Claire, I had to meet with an academic advisor in Hibbert on the 4th floor, and I didn't realize that the steps only go up to the 4th on one side, so I went up to the 3rd floor, and then back down to the 1st floor.
Those are all great examples. I am going to pass out quickly what we're going to be working on today. So today we're using an advanced organizer. And that's my goal for this class, is not to have you feeling those sorts of feelings. What I'm passing out is the major components of a profit and loss statement. Now, you're 8th graders, so I can't imagine many of you have seen a profit and loss statement. Does anyone know what it may include? Or what it's used for? Profit and loss. Who uses it, do you think?
Yes. Is it like for a company?
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
you can tell over the year how much they made or how much they lost?
That is a very good point. Okay. Those of you who have the sheet, I'd like you to look it over. You can highlight words that you maybe don't understand. You can make notes. You can describe it in your own definition. And if you flip over the reading strategy, that has also been placed in the table, there is a graphic organizer in which you can organize your thoughts and whether they may fall into a profit or a loss. Does everyone have all the sheets? You are welcome to talk with each other as well.
You would just leave the test and be like, I don't know, I think the key's at the front of the classroom if you guys want it. So I'm gonna have my office. Every time someone would just say, I'm writing the answers on the board. Yep. That would be a loss.
Great doing.
No, she hasn't.
Okay, if everyone would bring their attention to the front of the classroom. Does anyone have any questions after reading this? I know I heard some. Was everyone's questions answered through discussion? Okay, so you know everything you need to know. Yes.
Sometimes I can't remember the difference between net sales and gross sales or things like that.
All right. Does anyone have an answer to maybe help her remember or to simplify it? Yes.
Aren't net sales like your total that you make before any kind of expenses, and then your gross profit would be after expenses?
Oh,
You can say
sort
no,
of.
it's alright if you say no.
Your gross profit would be after expenses of the cost of the goods that you sold. The net profit would be after you take into account all other costs. So, to explain this, you guys, if you want to look at it this way, you have all gotten through the worst part because this is all new terminology, and so you've already been introduced to it. If we look at gross profit, how did they find gross profit?
The cost of goods sold was subtracted from the net sales.
Okay, so we can all write gross profit down in terms of cost of goods sold, which I'm going to label as CGS, and net sales. So net minus CGS. How could we, let's look at net profit before taxes. How can we write that down? In terms of, let's do net profit in terms of gross profit and other costs. Or total costs, I'm sorry. Gross profit and total costs. Yes, Michael?
Gross profit minus total cost?
Mhm. For losses, what did we all have written down? Yes.
Cost of goods sold.
Cost of goods sold, perfect. What else? Operating expenses? Operating expenses. Katie? Other headed. Our activity today is in your groups, you are going to be creating your own club that will be on the school campus. And I want you to make a list of the ways in which you profit from that club. So you must have a product to sell or a service to sell. And you also must list your losses. So if you can all get together, try to agree on something you could sell, whether it's baked goods, it could be services such as shoveling sidewalks. It could be tutoring services in a math club. Okay?
I can speak for all of us.
What should we do? Yeah, there's social studies in our art. We can make a mirror in a museum. That's a really good one.
Okay, so what would be some of your losses? What could be some profit other than the t-shirts? Like you said, $2. Oh, so that just takes our yeah. Can you take a hit?
Sidewalk soldiers in America.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And so what would be some losses?
Materials.
Well,
We actually did this and we did
Maybe the top t-shirts over oh my god. We could be the slammers.
That's cool.
Slam tees.
That's awesome. We got this.
What are some more issues?
This is like my real age in life. I totally designed all this company. If I had this one, it was probably the back of it. And I think they're the ones for that.
Oh, nice. I designed unless you've heard of the pancake, but yeah, that's right. Oh, they rock. They're so fun. They just keep going.
Thank you very much. That's all for today, but you will be creating, I hope you took this seriously, because you will be creating your own profit and loss statement according to your club as we talk about this further.